Leo, how are you doing? So I'm going to be doing your reading from the 15th of March to the 21st. We're just going to be finding out some of the messages. I've got a weird sort of strobing effect from the sun today, so hopefully it doesn't distract too much. Yeah, the light is a bit dodgy today. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's totally fine. Some weeks they resonate, sometimes they don't. Okay, so let's get some messages for Leo. So we've got Five of Cups in reverse, Knight of Cups. Good, okay. We are, we're getting ahead with something. Knave of Swords, yeah, penetrating, yeah, we are really sort of tapping into something now. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, okay. Something that you may be able to actively manifest, you know, it's not something that is predestined in any way. Eight of Cups in reverse, yeah. This is looking quite good, guys. So we've got the Chariot, and we've got yet Knave of Wands and Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, amazing. I'm just going to pull an Archangel card as well. By the way, I'm not looking. I pull when I do this. It's when I pull. One pulls on my fingers. Okay, Six of Gabriel, yeah, okay, so exactly that Chariot energy. Brilliant. So that Leo kind of thing coming through. Okay, hopefully you can see this and the light again isn't too bad. So we've got Five of Cups in reverse, okay, with this Knave of Swords. You're getting through to somebody. This is really coming across as a love reading for me. Although I do think there's some elements of, you know, you maybe if you have children that you're looking after children this week and you're sort of focusing on your maybe child's education, for example, you know, you're wanting to push their learning ahead a bit. But yeah, this really comes across as love to me because Five of Cups in reverse is about sort of gaining love or gaining some kind of upper footing in a love situation, whereas Knave of Swords is about being more active and penetrating something. And I'll use that word penetrating because it's the idea of getting through to something. So you know, there's an idea of you are gaining and you're pushing forward. So those two come through really well. So I think there's some situation, maybe you've had no contact with somebody and they are starting to push through a little bit. Maybe you've been actively manifesting it. This Wheel of Fortune gives me the idea that, you know, this isn't going to be a neat conclusion, for example, but that you may be, you know, starting to kind of push the wheel. You know, this is turning, you know, it's starting to really pick up some speed. It's not necessarily I'm at the end and the wedding is here and the kids are here, you know, this is still turning. But also the Wheel of Fortune in reverse gives me the idea that, again, this is not technically predestined. You know, fate doesn't have a hand in this. You can actively manifest this. And I really like that with the Chariot as well, which kind of seems to encompass the energy of this reading. The Chariot is the fastest paced card in the deck, of the tarot deck, and it is all about being motivated and successful, and you're getting quick movement, which is why when we put this together with Knight of Cups, for example, which is all about an advancement and a proposal and moving forward, this gives me a very, very strong confirmation that you're getting some kind of movement. And you know, a Knight of Cups, you know, with that watery love energy, it tends to be about a person, you know, with that Five of Cups in reverse too. I think in some ways, somebody in your life has sort of been umming and ahhing about you for a little while, and I think they haven't wanted to take the next step, but some energy this week is changing that, you know, something is going to push it through. Almost like this person might decide that their path that they're on now without you isn't the right one. It's like they thought they knew what the end goal was for them, but it's been disregarded. Eight of Cups in reverse as well. this is when you have some kind of success that you thought you would have to give up. You know, I think this is you. I think you thought you were going to give up on this connection. And this card is saying, no, you don't, because you're going to get some semblance of movement with that Knight of Cups and that Chariot. So you're not having to give up on this situation, okay? And this is also calling for you to be a little bit more honest with yourself, you know? The universe or the inner power that you have is calling on you to be honest with yourself about this connection, you know? I'm trying to kind of gauge if it's going to be one of those moments where you're actively manifesting and thinking about it a lot, or if it's something else that's a little bit more, you know, when you let someone go, they sort of come crawling back energy. Because I sense that this is something that you are ready to give up on in some ways, or you were disheartened. You know, Two of Wands in reverse, you maybe felt quite immature about the situation. Or maybe you had a conversation with the person that was really immature. Someone acted a bit petulantly. And it left a sort of bad vibe, you know, a bad taste in your mouth. And you thought, I might have to let that situation go. But this week it's looking very good for the lovers. You know, you are going to take a more active, vigilant role in your life with this Knave of Swords. In that Chariot, you are going to be moving ahead. Knave of Wands, this is about the kindness of strangers. This is somebody, you know, this is, you know, your person coming through with maybe a kind offer. Maybe being like, hey stranger, haven't heard from you in a while, how's it going? I've been thinking about you. Maybe I'm worried about you. There's some element of offering a, you know, something of kindness to you. And that might really surprise you, you know, because it's maybe not what you thought was your end goal now. Maybe you thought you'd have to abandon that. You know, the Six of Gabriel, congratulations. Time to move on to this next stage in your life, you know. This is a great card for people who are studying and you're looking for a scholarship, or if you're looking for a promotion in a job, that's a really good sign. So yeah, there's some really interesting energies here. Generally very positive and really good. I mean, it's all the energy of just moving forward with somebody. I think if you've been at a no contact, no movement stage, that's starting to end. You know, I've got my aquamarine here. That's always really good for understanding the processes of people when it comes to speed in particular. You know, I know how awful it is when you have a person and it's being really slow. Because it makes you question, you know, everything you're doing in life. Because maybe your goals are tied to a relationship, you know, you're wanting a house or, you know, some kind of stability in your life. And maybe a partner is that kind of person that really, you know, fixes the goal for you. So anyway, I hope that makes sense, Leo. Generally looks like a really, really good week. I think you're going to be in for some interesting surprises, and love looks really good. If you have children, I think you may be looking after a child, especially with education. You might be having what I call the terrible twos, that a lot of people call the terrible twos, and your child is just being really irritating. Just bear with. Be kind to yourself. You're doing a great job as a parent, and it isn't easy. Just remember that. Okay guys, so if that resonated, please give a like and a comment, and I'll see you again in the next week. Bye.